Ray Kroc was 52 years old, broke, and driving across the country selling milkshake machines when he stumbled onto something that would change the world forever. Most people his age were thinking about retirement. Ray was thinking about something else entirely. And what he found in a small parking lot in San Bernardino, California, would become the most recognizable brand in human history. This is the story of how an immigrant's grandson with nothing but hunger and obsession built the McDonald's empire from the ground up. Let's go back to the very beginning. Ray Kroc was born in 1902 in Oak Park, Illinois, to parents of Czech immigrant descent. His family wasn't wealthy. His father worked hard, his mother taught piano, and young Ray grew up watching people grind just to survive. But even as a kid, Ray had something different burning inside him. He wasn't content to just get by. At 15 years old, he lied about his age to drive an ambulance during World War I. That tells you everything about who this man was. He wasn't someone who waited for life to happen to him. He went and grabbed it. After the war, Ray bounced around relentlessly. He sold paper cups. He played piano in jazz clubs at night while working during the day. He tried radio. He tried real estate. Every venture taught him something, but nothing stuck the way he needed it to. Decades passed. Failure after failure. And yet, Ray Kroc never stopped moving. He couldn't. That restlessness wasn't a flaw. It was the engine that would eventually power an empire. By the early 1950s, Ray had landed as a salesman for a company that made a machine called the multi-mixer, a device that could blend 5 milkshakes simultaneously. He was good at his job, but the industry was declining. Customers weren't buying like they used to. Then, something strange caught his attention. A single hamburger stand in California had ordered not 1, not 2, but 8 of his machines. That meant they were running 40 milkshakes at once. Who on earth needed that kind of volume? Ray had to find out. When he pulled into the parking lot of Dick and Mac McDonald's restaurant in 1954, what he saw stunned him. The line stretched out the door. Cars packed the lot. Customers were moving fast, food was coming out faster, and the prices were almost impossibly low. A hamburger for 15 cents, fries, a shake. The system was unlike anything Ray had ever seen. The brothers had invented something they called the Speedy Service System, a hyper-efficient kitchen assembly line that eliminated waitstaff, specialized every task, and delivered consistent food at remarkable speed. Ray recognized immediately that he wasn't looking at a restaurant. He was looking at a revolution. He approached Dick and Mac McDonald about expanding the concept through franchising. The brothers were comfortable men by that point. They had money, they had their routines, and they weren't especially hungry for growth. But Ray was. He convinced them to let him become their national franchise agent. And in 1955, he opened his first McDonald's franchise in Des Plaines, Illinois. Here's where most people think the story gets easy. It doesn't. Ray Kroc spent years fighting to maintain quality and consistency across franchises while personally drowning in debt. His first wife left him. His health suffered. He was in his late 50s operating on borrowed money and borrowed time. Banks wouldn't take him seriously. Partners questioned him. But Ray had become possessed by a singular vision. He believed that if every single McDonald's delivered the exact same burger, the exact same fries, cooked the exact same way, at the exact same temperature, customers would trust the brand completely. That obsession with standardization was the secret weapon nobody else understood yet. The financial breakthrough came through a man named Harry Sonneborn, who suggested a radical idea. Instead of just franchising the brand, McDonald's Corporation should buy or lease the land that franchises sat on and then rent it back to the franchise owners. Suddenly, McDonald's wasn't just a fast food company. It was a real estate empire generating revenue whether franchises succeeded or failed. This model transformed everything. Ray Kroc eventually bought out the McDonald brothers in 1961 for $2.7 million. It was a painful and controversial deal. The brothers had a handshake agreement that they would receive a small ongoing royalty, but that agreement was never put in writing, and Ray did not honor it. Dick and Mac McDonald spent the rest of their lives watching from the sidelines as the chain they invented became a global giant, but their names were on every building. The complexity of that legacy still sits uncomfortably in the history of American business. By the time Ray Kroc died in 1984, McDonald's had over 7,500 locations in 31 countries. Today, that number exceeds 40,000 restaurants across more than 100 nations, serving tens of millions of people every single day. The Golden Arches are reportedly more recognized worldwide than any religious symbol on the planet. All of it traces back to a milkshake machine salesman who refused to accept that his time had passed. What Ray Kroc understood that almost nobody else did was that consistency is a product. Customers don't just buy a hamburger, they buy certainty. They buy the guarantee that Tuesday's fries will taste exactly like Saturday's fries. That psychological comfort built a loyalty so deep it transcended continents and cultures and generations. The lesson buried inside Ray Kroc's story isn't really about fast food. It's about what happens when obsession meets the right moment. Ray failed for 30 years before he succeeded. He wasn't discovered young. He wasn't handed opportunity. He manufactured it at an age when most people have already surrendered. The immigrant roots of his family, the economic pressure of his upbringing, the decades of watching life not go his way, all of that pressure created something extraordinary. The world knows the Golden Arches. Very few people know the man who built them. Now you do.